What up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Minecraft video. We are here in the storage room because we have a very important problem to talk about here today. So, if you'll turn your attention to the top left, yes, right there. So if you look at that right there, as you see as we walk around our storage room, FPS is sitting, I mean, sometimes it's around 100, sometimes it drops up, to 60 or so. There's a 58 there. Yeah, so basically our base is getting a little laggy, is the short and short of it. We've just got so many farms floating around here, so many hoppers, so much redstone, so many entities like these villagers down here that we are actually causing lag. And I've been thinking for a while about, how are we going to deal with this? Because I don't want to stop building here. I love this base. I love the way it's turned out. And I want to keep building crazy stuff here. So as a compromise for that, I've decided to sort of offload some of the weight being caused by entities and, picking up and moving items and things to offload that to another location. So if we walk right over here to the iron farm, kill this skeleton, you'll notice that whoa, we'll run away. That is a lot of creepers and things. Alright, apparently this has turned to a mob spawner. But you'll notice that the iron farm is actually no longer here. It's totally gone. There's a little bit of it floating right there, I guess I forgot to get rid of, but the actual iron farm is gone, no longer in the iron tree. Still haven't cleared out this entirely, but yeah, it's gone, and that is because it has been moved. So if we head out the front of our base here, sort of take a little mosey fly this way, I have done two things here. I've relocated the iron farm, and I'm going to take my time getting over here so I can talk a little bit. I've relocated the iron farm, as well as I've upgraded it a little bit, and this is going to be, as it comes into view here, our new industrial area, very much inspired by the Mumbo Jumbo storage room industrial area that he started in season 7 I think it is, of VoidCraft. So we've got a crazy industrial, I believe this is what, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 20 villager farm, iron farm. Basically perfected the timing. I'll leave a link to the tutorial for this. I did not come up with this design by myself. Basically just copied a tutorial, but I think it's awesome. I've got a pillager running around just so I didn't have to slab over the top here because he is riding very weird there. But a zombie used here would eventually die to the sunlight if I didn't cover over all of this. So using a pillager that I let shoot all his arrows and break his crossbow at me actually just kind of filled out that requirement. He still causes the spawning the same way. If we watch him, he'll stop at every little station, give just enough time for iron golems to spawn, but it looks like they're not spawning right now. Sometimes it kind of glitches out. Usually about 3 to 4 spawn every time. Seems like there's sometimes when I first come over here, it's not working if you give it a little bit of time. But if we go down in here, we'll see that I've kind of recreated Mumbo's storage room. I think it's a little bit larger here. I'm not even sure. I think this is 20 or so chests lined on each wall. This entire area right here, iron, flowers here, pumpkins, and melons, because we made a pretty large industrial pumpkin and melon farm down here. Very simple design, just hopper minecarts running underneath. Every time one grows, it activates these pistons, and they'll break it, and then these minecarts scoop it up and shoot it all over to our storage system here. And I'll give you a brief view. I've AFK'd here for a bit, and this stuff is crazy fast. Yes, just chest upon chest upon chest upon chest upon chest of iron. Lots of flowers, tons of pumpkins, and tons of melons. A lot of which I've already crafted into melon blocks, but you'll see there's still a ton of melon slices from when I AFK'd a little bit earlier. So yeah, so this is going to be our new kind of industrial farm area. I'll expand it as we need, but for now I believe I went 7 by 7 chunks, lit it all up so no mobs can spawn over here. And yeah, this is going to be where we're going to offload all of our farming capacity for the remainder of our series here. I believe I may add a couple small farms to the base yet, but for the most part, most of our farms will be over here to help offload lag. That way, when I'm AFKing here, I don't really care if I'm running 40 FPS or something, but at my base, I don't want to be kind of stuttering all the time. So hopefully we won't provide any more pain for our base just by building cool buildings and offload all of the redstone-y bits over here. But yeah, it's working out pretty awesome. Seems like we have a ton of resources here. And we're going to add some more farms here, kind of slowly but surely. Made a little AFK spot up here with a AFK fish farm, because AFKing in Realms is incredibly difficult. For some reason, all of the other tricks, flipping a lever, all the stuff like that just doesn't seem to work in Realms. And so we've basically have to use an AFK fish farm. I don't really need the fish, but it keeps me here and keeps these farms running. So I came over here not only to show you guys all of this, but also to do a little project. So you saw we had these, I'll go back up here really quickly. You saw we had these massive storage bits filled with flowers, which I emptied a little bit of yesterday, but just way too many poppies here, more red dye than we would ever use. So what I'm planning on doing is leaving this row of chests here for flowers, continue to store them. That way, if I need red dye, if I want these flowers for building beautification projects, I can come and get them here. But these 4 over here are going to be removed, and then we're going to redirect any flowers that overflow these 5 chests over to a composting system that we will then redirect back into the storage system, so we can make bone meal here as well. Right now I have this little itty bitty goofy system down here. I believe it emptied overnight. Yeah. Basically was just collecting poppies out of these chests in the shulker box and then routing them into the system. But I'm going to get rid of this here. Whoops. Going to get rid of this here, and we're going to rebuild something that will automatically pull extra poppies out of the storage system as they get directed up there, compost them, and then put them right back in so we can store the bone meal. So yeah, I'm going to get cracking on that, and I'll be right back with you in a second. All right, guys, and we're back. You can see that little monstrous contraption is gone. I collected all the bone meal, which we will actually take with us now. Go ahead and get rid of this chest here. And you can see, I'll fly right up here, try and land on it. I've created a little system. So I decided the best way to do this was actually just to leave the second row of poppies intact. So these chests are still technically designated for poppies, but all of them will be pulled out of the system and directed into this composter you see is working right now, making bone meal, which then gets spat out by this little thing and just redirected back into the item stream over there. I just left one composter for now. This thing doesn't need to be particularly fast, just because this farm, you can kind of see it working now actually, doesn't produce a crazy number of poppies. There it goes. Yeah, a couple iron golems. So I think one composter can probably keep up. If I notice that it's still filling up, I'll make another composter so we can make this. I just wanted to be going at the rate of the farm here. I don't need to be going any faster than that, so I don't need some crazy array of composters or anything like that, at least for now. But yeah, so all of this is going to get routed, and then I've designated some chests over here for bone meal. So these should, yeah, start be filling up. I'm going to go ahead and stick that bone meal in there as well. And with that, we can go ahead and knock all of these off here. And we'll pull out any poppies left over. I don't know if there are any in these chests. Just some from the initial sorting, it seems. And we'll just pop all of those into this one here. So those can get, so all of these right here are going to eventually be composted down. And then hopefully this one should be the one that kind of fills up over time. So once we have a full array of chests here of poppies, then every poppy will just be composted, because I don't think we need more than 5 double chests of poppies. But yeah, so that's been done. We'll eventually designate these 3 chests, arrays of chests, for something else. But just a little extra thing. We're getting one more type of resource here, some bone meal. This will be slow to fill up, but hopefully over time it should give us a decent source of bone meal. We also have still the mob farm at our base and a couple other sources of bone meal, like our carrot and potato farm, that are creating bone meal for us. So it doesn't need to be crazy fast here. And I kind of realized that I forgot to show you guys what this sort of nether portal thing in the middle is, what this is all going to be for, because no matter what you build, maybe unless you're on SciCraft, this much iron is just kind of excessive. There's no real way to go through all of this here. So what we're going to do with it is, this is actually going to be sort of a shop. We're going to allow people, very much similar to Mumbo's Industrial District, took a lot of inspiration there. We're going to be kind of auctioning off tokens to come over here. I think I'm going to allow people to fill up 5 shulker boxes worth of anything they want from here. with a payment for a pass, and then they'll come back. So if you go through this portal here, you kind of see what I mean. We're picking up items as we walk next to those elevators. Oh, it looks like we've got a crazy amount of pigmen here, and they've somehow messed up my door. I don't want to kill him because there's 8 billion of them here. Why are there so many? And there are cats here from our overworld too. Okay, so this is not the best showing of what this is. Did they break my door? Let's see if this works. So basically they're going to be these tokens I've made. And you put one in here. Should open up our door. These guys are kind of causing problems here. And after a few seconds, the door should close. Perfect. Okay, it's still working. So basically, yeah. So I'm going to take these tokens and then sell these at the shopping district. And then people can come here. They place one in this barrel, place token here. Nothing else you place in there will be sucked out. And then it'll open up this door here. And you can enter the industrial area there. Yeah, and I made this cool little tunnel here. Very basic design with some of the crimson roots, just some blackstone that I collected. And I'm sort of doing this kind of line thing in the nether. So I feel like directions, I'll be, follow the purple line and then follow the red line to the industrial area. And I'm not exactly sure what price we're going to be paying, but this right here is going to be the subject of the rest of this episode, or at least the next project we're doing for now. So I need to make a shop to sell these tokens at. And I have some ideas, but we're going to play around a little bit. So with that, I feel like we will pop over to the shopping district, and I'll show you some stuff I've been working on there, and we'll get cracking on this shop here. And back in the shopping district now. I'm looking this way intentionally because I've been working on some pretty big stuff behind us. No shops or anything, but some areas where we can build some shops, I guess. So if I slowly turn around, you can see I've been crazy busy. Haven't been making videos, haven't had any great ideas. So I've just kind of been, building and just seeing what I could come up with. I wanted to do some cool floating island idea. So I'm kind of inspired by the movie Avatar with, the blue people, if you've ever seen that, with the floating islands they have. Still definitely not done with these, but I'm really happy with how they're turning out. And each of these big islands here is actually going to be allocated for one of our shops. So one of these is going to be a landscaping shop, which we may or may not get into today, but the other one is going to be our industrial store. So I think we're going to use this first one here for it, just because it's a little smaller, and I don't think the build we want to do here. Also, I did decorate the inside here. The build's a little smaller, and I think it'll just suit this island a little better. Already got some supplies over here to work on building that. And yeah, so we're gonna make a way to get up here for everyone other than flying, just in case anyone wants to visit our district that does not have elytra yet. And yeah, we'll place it kind of right up here. Hopefully have some new patrons for our area. You see I cleared out some of this mountain here. We're definitely going to work on this eventually as well. But for now, I want to get working on a little shop up here for everyone to come visit. So let's get to that. Alright everybody, welcome back. So I hope you enjoyed that build, that time lapse. As you can see, I've actually done a little bit more work since the end of the time lapse. Just added some little trees out of this path here and some lighting all around. So hopefully no mobs can spawn here anymore. I've also finished up the interior. I wanted you guys to get a look at what this looks like though, without the shaders on. Please let me know if you enjoyed the time lapse with the shaders. I know it looks really cool, but you also don't get a feel for what it looks like in regular vanilla. So yeah, let me know. Let me know if you enjoyed the shaders. If you did, I'll keep doing those for the time lapses. One thing you can't see super well with the shaders on that actually makes this build look really cool is the mixing it of the black glass with the gray glass here. It kind of makes it look like broken, distorted windows, which I really enjoy. But yeah, we finished all of this up. You can travel up this waterfall to get up here. I haven't made it a bubble elevator yet. I might do that. Or maybe I'll just make people, swim all the way up. But a little dock here, and you can go on in. And I have finished up this room as well. I've actually changed this up just a little bit. This right here is going to be an auction barrel. So this one will be used to basically wager. If we read this book here, read me first. Let's go all the way back. So welcome to the industrial farm. Basically, each token can be redeemed at our industrial store. Full list of the farms, which we will update as we add extra farms to our industrial district. And then also some information here. So you can place a wager to enter the auction. Auction is going to be for 10 tokens. And each token is going to be allowed to be used for 2 full shulker boxes of any items in the industrial district. So anyone can go there, take as much as they can with 2 shulker boxes of any item. And then, so the auction will be for 10 of those, which is 20 full shulker boxes, which is a crazy amount of items. And yeah, we'll have everyone wager. So you place your items in here, place a wager, and then a piece of paper with your wager on it. And those items are actually sucked down, so no one can see what anyone else is wagering for this. So it'll be a blind wager. And then obviously at the end, any player that does not win will have their wager returned to them. And then this is just some information on finding the industrial district. Basically follow the purple line at our nether hub and then go up the red line. So what we need to do, finally, I brought a full box of these tokens over. Let's take these out. We're just going to stock this with 1 row here. Actually, take this middle one out so I can put a piece of paper in there, or maybe an emerald. And then we're going to hide these. I think we'll put these down in the bottom as well. Just so when we want to restock up here, these are already up here. But I only want to have a few in there at a time so they seem more valuable, even though it's just an iron nugget. As you can see, all the wagers are just going to get sucked into this chest right here. So we'll be able to see, what people have wagered and decide who gets to win. So we'll leave that right there. So when we need to restock, and then get on back out of here. Oops. No crawl mode. Get on out, and we need an emerald. I do not have an ender chest up here, so we're going to fly right down and get a pricing on these. So I think what we're going to do, I'm still kind of thinking this over. I think we're going to do maybe, oops, wrong thing. We're going to do maybe 5 diamonds per token. Or do we do 1 diamond block? Because we're selling, oh, someone bought some iron. And someone bought a beacon. So we're selling 32 iron blocks here for 1 diamond. Theoretically, someone could leave with 2 full shulker boxes of iron blocks, which is pretty crazy. So I think we'll start with 1 diamond block. We'll start with 1 diamond block and just see how that works out. If people aren't really buying them, maybe we'll lower that down a little bit. For now, I want to start with this just because this, the farms are pretty crazy and you can get a ton of items from there. So I feel like this is actually a pretty reasonable price, particularly if you're taking like the iron. So we'll put that in here. And then, yeah, so this will be sell the tokens. Awesome. And then, yeah, I believe this store is pretty much all done. Everyone can come up here and make use of it now. I'm going to put a message on the board down there, I think. Let everyone know in our Discord chat that the store is open for business. But I hope you guys did enjoy this time-lapse, this build here. I spent a long time playing with this in creative. And I hope you guys also really like all this crazy stuff I did off camera here. I think it turned out looking pretty awesome. We're going to do another store over here and then maybe a bridge between the two or maybe another waterfall. But I'm loving how this island turned out. It was so barren at first and now it just looks super cool. So I think we're going to call the episode here, just because I want to get this out to you guys since I haven't posted in a minute. So next episode, hopefully be out a little quicker, and we'll get to work on maybe that island over there, some more work at spawn, and then hopefully put in some work on our tree as well. But thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and a comment, and let me know what you thought of everything.